Probably be one of them. We've seen consistent key banning, not just on Night Even Labs, but throughout the tournament. It will continue.
7 win to the side of Wildcard. So,
Top there going to be using that Thatcher to try and deal with quite a lot of gadgetry there. We see bulletproof cam, ADS affected, the clash was underneath as well. Did not, however, manage to deal with the Nitro. NJR throws it out, gets himself a good kill onto Hot and Cold. 5 versus 4, DarkZero. 1 minute left to go. Toxic Babe canister is deployed by Kino into Electrical just to stop that push of Baby Shark coming through. Challenge onto the breach from Fultz and NJR. Get themselves 2. Solid stuff from DarkZero.
yeah, Wildcard pulled the trigger on the Thatcher to disable the clash and wanted to push into IT off the back of it, but couldn't. ADS is blocking out the utility they tossed in, so they chose to hold firm a little bit longer, and arguably that has cost them. It would have been their moment, but DarkZero looked completely unbothered on this first defense. Tim, they've got a 4 versus 1 with about 30 seconds to play, and all Nuas needs is a small sound cue to pop out, collect the headshot, and a very comfortable first round win.
We see minute 45 before Wildcard can really start pressure inside. Look at this aggression coming out from Bay, though. It's as easy as that. Walks down, gets 1. Can he find himself a second? Yes, he can. The drop comes down the hatch behind him. We see that from the silhouette. 4 versus 3 now, and we've got a lot of pressure coming into sight for DarkZero.
It's a really good call by Bay. He's got a 3rd as well, Tim, literally putting his team on his back in this round. Spiker the one with the diffuser, though. He needs to drop the hatch himself in towards Animus, and then look to tuck in tight for the plant. Doing that right now. Bay looking for the 4th, but Fultz finds 1. NJR another. Hot and Cold starting to warm up, and that diffuser is down. A 2v1, and Fultz has had a great round, Tim, but it's a lot for him to save.
Yeah, especially on low health as well. Very unlikely. Going to be trying to get that TCSG working, but he's got about 25 seconds left in order to do this. Likely to have to take a hatch drop as well, because he's a good distance from any stairs. Nice free one for him. 1v1. He's got about 15 seconds left. He's going to switch to the pistol. Drop down. He can start playing with
Spiker's
the diffuser a little bit here. Spiker's on a very long rotate. Manages to get up above. It's going to be close. Fultz comes off.
And still gets the kill anyway, Tim.
What am I watching? Fultz, what are you doing to us?
Aura farming, Tim. That's what you've just witnessed.
Breaching going on this time. IT wall.
Wait for a second. I was going to say I thought we might see an Astral charging through there, but sure. Yeah. Yeah, okay. It happens, I guess. Just charge into fire and burn to death. Oh, it works. Shield leads inside of control and now looking to go for this west side plant, Tim. So they've forgotten about trying to go for storage altogether. Instead, control is their target. Default cam now taken out as Bay gets NJR.
Nuas is inside of control, though I'm not sure that they accounted for him as he manages to put. How much control can DarkZero muster from above? Kino going to be taken down by the Blitz, and they decide here, Wildcard, that they need to get up there. Wait this out. The clock works in his favour. Baby Shark takes the Kiba barricade as an opportunity to pass across.
Nice.
Going to see Kansan picking up Nuas. 3 versus 2 now, 20 seconds. I like this from Wildcard and how patient it's been. There's been no rush, no worry in them. They've taken their time, they've solved the problems, and Spiker is now going to be getting that diffuser down on the ground. Nobody can do anything about it. J9O is going to be cut down as he tries to challenge. A good attack.
Full back without taking the gunfight. And so like you say, going upstairs, he's like, okay, if they now appear above.
Wildcard, nobody's really been dislodged. When I look at the DarkZero setup now, it's the same as it was. Bay is going to push in now that that bulletproof camera is taken down. This is what they were aiming for. They've had Bay walk into sight a few times. He takes the clash. Can he get J9O as well? Beautiful. He certainly can. That is what they were looking for. They didn't manage it the first couple of attempts, but third time lucky, it's worked a treat for Wildcard.
Extremely well managed and coordinated. Bay again being that guy, going big for them after using a lot of his utility. A 4v1 doesn't even need the diffuser to go down.
Utility try and help them stay up there.
This is the whole thing, like try and waste as much time as you can around the map if you can get a couple of kills. The way that this can backfire though is if you start losing players, you start great work. And here he comes, burning out Bay, aiming at the floor, and Bay has got nothing he can do about it. Great play by NGR.
Yeah, he's dealt with that situation well. Like I say, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. There's absolutely no shame on DarkZero there as they don't allow it to happen a second time. NGR manages to get another Baby Shark onto Fultz, so that's one of the roamers taken down. 3 versus
Spiker is going
Just to
for
cover
it,
the
Tim.
side,
Hail
though.
Mary, and let's get it going.
That's it. The Ram is just covering
Ooh,
the
I like
sound,
that.
and it's preventing them knowing that the plant is going down.
That's
Spiker
tech.
is going to be successful on the retake. Kino manages to take the shield down. That is a big kill for DarkZero, but Baby Shark manages to get himself one, and having him up above is going to be the win condition here. Just getting that Ram to be able to hold onto the diffuser. He needs to be aware of this flank that is coming off, and he is. Beautiful stuff by Baby Shark. He's just won the round for Wildcard.
I really feel for NGR because he's done such a good job this round. Some of those angles on the Janker have been fantastic. His little dance with Bay, also a big success. There's no 3, 2, 1 countdown yet, unfortunately. There we go. Now we're going in. Let's see what we can find on our charge up. A double impact on towards these windows, gets him in and charging, and that smoke is dead to right. Great little bit of team play coming out from Wildcard. Kansan into a second. Tim, they've run them over already, and surely now it's a case of closing out a 5v3.
Meanwhile, Hot and Cold has moved his way into IT. He could have a big impact here as well. Still 4 versus 3. Hot and Cold just getting pinned down a little bit, but Spiker is getting the plant down. There you go. That's the impact that they needed from Hot and Cold. But how about this? J90 is able to walk through sight, stop the plant, and bring it back to DarkZero. NJR with the final kill, and a 3-3 gone rather than what was coming. He was confident that his team on that defense, but a good game so far, to be honest. They can't necessarily just ignore it, because it is like playing with a wasp in the room. They've got that threat on the flank. They've got all those keeper barricades to hide behind. Beautifully done as they open the angle. Baby Shark has to move. NJR's there, ready and waiting. Newers has tried to make his way upstairs, but a little bit ineffectual so far. He's going to drop back down to EXO and just kind of hold. I think he's happy to play underneath now, knowing that Kansan's on the board.
Well, there's a response coming in from Wildcard, who are doing all they can to try and bring Kino down, and he's stupidly low at this point, about 10 HP to his name. It'll take us one shot and it'll be enough, but NJR there with the bait to play alongside the shield. They get away with what they need, Tim. All the kills racking up, and it's a 5v2. Hot and Cold and Spiker left to try and salvage this round.
Yeah, with the Solace off the board, you've got to say this heavily favours DarkZero now as they manage to find the kill onto Hot and Cold. Kino's done some serious work on that shield, getting himself a kill. He was putting the diffuser down as well. Didn't only Hot and Cold on site at the minute. Everybody else saying that Kansan has just moved back down, but otherwise serious numbers up above from Wildcard. They commit to it and they get their kills. Bay with a double 2 headshots. Newers and J90 taken down. Add Kino to the list as well. That's the shield taken off. And again, it's another one of those rounds where a team just comes out, grabs hold of it, and wins it, Des.
I think that was Newers just not acknowledging that he'd seen Bay there. And I mean, off the back of it, into a second, then into a down onto the Monty. You can't really ask for much more than that. And it just goes to show sometimes at the top level, even the smallest slip of potential, the smallest moment to react late to a situation can be what can cost you a round. Fultz left at a 1v5. That'll be a flawless round to Wildcard in round 8. Already seen before from these two teams.
Fultz is going to get the boogie drone into meeting, start opening up the verticals. One concern I've got for this attack at the minute is there is no presence or pressure onto kitchen window, which can be one of those kind of... 3 Wildcard are holding on well here. Toxic Babe canister going to do the damage that it needs to do. Kino taken out. J90 onto Hot and Cold. 3 versus 3. 3 versus 2 effectively though, with Kino down. Sees his man, sprays him down. DarkZero have managed to bring this one back from what looked like a losing position.
It's a matter of pixels there. I thought he might see the gun barrel before he saw the player, but no, finally collects him. Anyway, Kino could be recovered here. We've still got loads of time to play with as well, Tim. 60 seconds, but look at the top corner, top of your screen. Here is Baby Shark upstairs on the Solace. He can deny a lot from up here. A shield definitely helps. Now they've got to do is find a safe location where the Solace won't have to scan onto them.
That's the problem. Like I say, if they go deep into kitchen, there's nowhere that Solace can have any impact on that plant spot, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're moving that diffuser all the way around so that they can come in from that other side, and I think we will see them, like I say, going into kitchen deep for the plant by the window. It's going to give them an opportunity to hold that from the outside. Very little can be done. Newers is holding a skinny angle, and that is a great recovery. I think if you go in playing with confidence on Clubhouse, you're going to have a good day. Forward 4 versus 4 as the Grim Bees go in. Kino's just dropped over into warehouse, so pressure is going to start mounting directly onto site. Fultz gets 1, Fultz gets 2. Might just have turned the round for DarkZero, fighting from behind again, and now they have a considerable lead in round 10.
Yeah, really caught Wildcard asleep at the wheel there, unfortunately. It was in that 4 versus 4. They've now got top floor control, then dropped away, found 2 onto players that simply weren't paying attention, converts to 3rd, and Spiker's got it all to do. Can't even get the shots on NGR in front of his nose. Around to DZ.
But I don't think he minds that really. He's again a bit of a magnet for that attention, can just waste more time. Pops around the corner there with the Reaper. Kino managing to get the kill. J9O onto Spiker. This is all going in favor of DarkZero right now. 5 versus 3, and you feel like Bay up above on the vigil is kind of the last hope for them. Manages to take NJR. Can he find himself a second? No! Kino is there. Another important moment on the shields. Newers onto Baby Shark, and surely a matter of time. Hot and cold. His name has been all over this tournament. Is he able to give us one more reason to speak about him, Des? 1 versus 4.
There's just no way Kino and co let this one go. They've got a trap available on Newers. They've got a shield to front up against him. If they really want to choke him out here, that's the best way to do it. Kino asking questions now. If that headshot had landed, different conversation, but because it didn't, this one feels like it might be a little bit of a foregone conclusion. Last 30 seconds or so. A player coming in behind that shield for the 3rd time this round, looking to try and find a kill. Newers is going to collect it, and DarkZero with a dominant 7-4 on Nighthaven Labs.
Yeah. Strength to strength at the minute of what I've seen of them. They are now looking. If you're going to take Ace first of all. There, Matt.
Nades will be the go-to weapon of choice. Here they're going to flash him out, and instead the Monty walks straight up at him, and he's just going to walk up and straight headshot him, Tim, almost like he isn't bothered in the slightest.
Yeah, brilliant play from Kino on that position.
Bearing in mind, this is all about the extended hold that we're looking at here as well. Of course, we're not attacking into Cash and CC. And as Kino, maybe a little bit too big for his boots there with the pistol coming out from Jacuzzi. This, Tim, is why we were speaking about the bans earlier on. Well, it's working pretty good wonders for them right now, because this should now be easy for Wildcard to wrap this one up.
Yeah, Canton's going to pick up J9O, and it's just a matter of time, I think. Newers walks into sight. He needs to just get aggressive and get kills. He knows that Bay is inside of the bathroom. Manages to find him. Can he pick up a second? NJR is in a position to start putting the diffuser down. It's all down to the cover of Newers. He can't do it, though, and they have no choice but to try and stick it. That's going to be 3 in the round for Canton, and that's going to be Wildcard.
You can typically follow that and see what's going to happen throughout the round. Now doing the very, very best. I've got a sniff on towards Baby Shark. Great use of the utility from Fultz to step in combo with... Okay.
I was just about to say that it was great teamwork.
And me.
Because what happened was Kino came in through Jacuzzi Breach, took all the attention from Baby Shark, and as he was challenging him, that's when Fultz went in the window and got the kill. And then he takes down the shield. He was always going to be the tip of the spear. It falls apart after that. Wildcard take the round.
So it's likely to get popped out in the way that you'd expect when it's smoke broken down. But if he can just keep on stepping back and forth like that, he could really upset somebody. Bay getting rid of Fultz. Baby Shark onto another. He has been unstoppable in this round. 2v3 for DZ. It feels like Wildcard might hold on for a 3rd in a row.
Yep, certainly could do. I think they weren't aware of Bay's position on Catwalk, and he caught them out. NJR does manage to pick up Kansan, so now Baby Shark and Hot and Cold both down inside of sight, need to be dealt with, and they're going to have to face up to a Blackbeard who is pushing down there. In fact, they're going to dip away from that, thinking we don't want that fight anywhere near as direct as it was going to be. Of course, the closer the blitz is, the Blackbeard, the more dangerous he is. NJR, as you say, just waiting for that head to pop up, and now Kino can just slowly edge his way across. Needs to be careful, though. No more impact nades left. So now the worry is gone. He can just close this distance slowly, and if he makes it all the way up, then it is round over. DarkZero take their first.
Really well recovered too, because I was seen before like a Grim band coming out. No, it's going to be Capitao and the Mirror.
Are you listening to us? Right, okay, we're going to have presence underneath in bar. well aware of it here. Fultz manages to pick up Kansan elsewhere. Dead to rights. This has got to be over. J9O manages to pick up B, and it looks like DarkZero might just have woken up here on Clubhouse Stairs. They were a little bit quiet through those first 2 rounds, but 5 versus 3 now. Pressure mounting inside of sight. We can see bullets spraying up through the floor towards Baby Shark. J9O just doing what he can with the intel at hand. Newers does manage to take him down. It's all up to Spiker and Hot and Cold, and now here come DarkZero getting aggressive. Hot and Cold gets a second, can't get any more, and JR downs him, and that is going to be a wildcard to move their way back through there. At the minute, Kansan is playing in construction. They've got one in logistics as well. It's the Legion. Hot and Cold is going to be shut down by J9O, so another good entry for DarkZero. J9O gets caught out, almost loses his life, and does. Spiker just seeing the opportunity there to drop down those stairs and get his man, and that could be a really key moment for this wildcard defense. If J9O had been able to get onto red stairs, it would have meant trouble.
Really good defense, and I think Spiker there, opportunity spotting.
On the cam as well, they know exactly where he is. Surely a matter of time. He's going to move the Azami back, but it's really unlikely to matter much. 45 seconds left to go. He needs to hope that somebody presents him with an opportunity here. It's not going to be the case. Beautiful angle held by Baby Shark. Down through the hatch and the soft wall.
That gives them 2 angles they can afford to be quite aggressive around. And Monty working his way down through dirt. Kino currently got himself outside a garage, and I'm sure we'll get moving soon as he takes a few shots. It's Newers to get rid of Kansan. Oh.
That's the second time today we've seen somebody nade themselves. J9O, it was Hoven last time, I think, just getting ahead of themselves and trying to get a bit too aggressive. There is another kill though. J9O taking down Kansan. Opportunity for Fultz to plant here. I'm not sure they can do anything to stop it. He does actually just come off there. The cover was a little bit late, but does get the job done. Fultz goes back on to the plant. Bay.
Fultz gone. Bay's managed to find him. I thought maybe he'd get onto a Yoko, but no need at this point when the gun does just as good a job. Bit of a retake attempt coming in here from the 2 defenders. They get rid of one. Newers in for a double. Just one more pushing his way up through blue. It'll come down to a 1v1, but Newers secures the trade. DarkZero even it out at 3 apiece. They were going on to the attack.
We've seen it before, and I think it's taking that, giving yourself a need for a tactical timeout to discuss overtime. I expect to come away from this map qualified, I think.
They feel about going fast here, Tim. Indeed they are. The drop coming on through. Fire raining everywhere on the floor to make it hard for Spiker to step on forward, but he's done just that. Very much now Pinsent in the back corner, and the swing comes on through, but DarkZero have refuted them in every single gunfight bar. Just one, in which case Kino's gone down. And roasted Spiker for dinner sounds pretty good to me, Tim.
Oh, well, that didn't work, did it?
Hey, look, DarkZero players a moment for pause to think, okay, maybe it's good we get back towards site here because they're already starting to come.
If Spiker gets caught by that Vulcan canister at all on his low life, by the way, if he goes back to dirt, he's going to be in serious trouble. Kino, NJR managed to find a killer piece. It wasn't the Vulcan canister in the end. That is the win condition. That's one that's going to get them the win. I think they might have actually moved that Vulcan canister. I think they've relocated it to be able to protect the diffuser that is down on the ground, and it is doing a perfect job. Newers manages to find the kill. It is the Vulcan canister that does it. Baby Shark taken out. End of round, and another win for DarkZero. I love that play.
A lot of these players cancelling is always going to be the problem, but now they've got to deal with getting through this wall. This is where Baby Shark comes over, EMPs it out as he has done, and that wall will go through. Bay getting one back as NJR gets a knife kill, hello, and just like that, DarkZero still start turning the round on its head. Wildcard lose 3, all inside the
skill in the shields. That's exactly it. Understanding how it covers your body, what angles you can use, your movement up and down stairs, for example. How does that affect? Great stuff. J9O is going to be taken out by Hot and Cold on the secondary. It means that that clash gets a little bit weaker now because Fultz needs to think about planting that shield and getting onto his weapon. Diffuser is being teased for the time being, but how about it? Fultz was just waiting for Kino on the rotate, and then they pick up one apiece.
Ends up in a 2-0 to DZ, which looks very likely. Wildcard will face 5.
They can defend from inside a CCTV, which is exactly what they're doing, and they can just hold them at bay with the Shumika launcher. Kansan does manage to find J9O, so Wildcard start to get something going.
This feels like a lot to recover. As said, they've now got a single doorway to try and push their way through, including the soft breach in front of them. So options exist. Final Candela, and smoke's available too. They're going to dump it all into him and hope for the very best, but Fultz steps up and is heard. One in towards two. Spiker going close. Shotgun at the ready. Swings for one and gets away with it. The young IGL trying to do what he can, but he's got two of the players to work his way through. And then it's going to sit together, Tim, wait to play off one another on that B default plant spot.
Yeah, there's going to be no thought of putting the diffuser down here. They can't be until he's into a 1v1 at least. Needs to take the fight. Steps out and is taken down by Fultz. DarkZero. They get themselves the win. 2-0 against...
DarkZero punched their ticket to the main stage here in Salt Lake City. They join quite a stacked group of teams. NJR, you had a fantastic performance all series long. Wildcard are an opponent you guys know well. You played twice during kickoff. Did that shape your preparation coming into this game?
It did a little bit. I mean, we also practiced against them like a lot, so we had a lot of prep to like work through and game plan against. So like that definitely played like a big factor. For sure.
How was your performance here? I mean, really stepping up in a big way. What were you feeling like in this lobby as you were tearing them apart?
I mean, I'm just confident. Like I don't really care about how I perform. I'd say I've felt confident my whole time on this team, and really just like enjoying my time with this team.
Well, tell me a little more about that, because this is a group of guys that obviously you know well, but you haven't teamed with before in this capacity. What has it been like? What's this dynamic been like for you?
I mean, it's really just like the culture and like the group of guys we have. Like, it's genuinely just enjoyable to show up like every day, and that's kind of all I can ask for.
Incredible. We'll see you guys on the main stage. Congratulations. You're off until Friday. We'll see them there. And again, we've got a very good group of teams emerging as we head into the playoffs.